everyone and welcome back. It's me, Jessie. I have not really planned these videos out particularly well. My whole concept for this is really just gone out the window. Anyway, the last few evenings I was trying to film this, but I had work business to attend to for the last 2 evenings, so by the time I got home, I just was not in the mindset to actually bake or film anything. But the bake-off is today, and the cookies have to be at the location for judging for like 5:15. I don't even finish work till 4:30. So I'm home on my lunch break, and I'm gonna whip up some cookies and treats really quickly. I have settled on doing my tried and true brownie mix crinkle cookie because it is super quick and it's always a hit. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I will link the video. I actually made these. I showed you how to make them in my 2017 Vlogmas series. So I'll link that video if you're curious about how I make them, but I'm just gonna time-lapse whip these out. I've also decided I'm going to make Oreo truffles, but not with cream cheese. I found a recipe that doesn't call for cream cheese, so that's what we're doing. So like I said, it's my lunch break, so I need to get to it and get these cookies and treats rolling. So my prep space in this kitchen is a little odd. I actually do have a ton of counter space, but as you can see, my Keurig, we have our ice machine out, we have a new toaster oven that we haven't found a place for yet. So my prep space is a little bit awkward, but we're just gonna get to it. So before I even start on the brownie crackle cookies, I've preheated the oven, duh. And for the Oreo truffles, I'm gonna get my chocolate melting. So for the outside of these truffles, you can use whatever chocolate you want, but I find that those chocolate wafers work the best because once they harden, they don't melt particularly easily, so they just keep at room temperature a lot better than like if you're using chocolate chips or semi-sweet chocolate. In hindsight, I should have used my mixer for this because this dough is so much thicker than I remember. First tray, ready to go in the oven for about 10 minutes. Tray number 2, ready to go. I didn't have enough dough to do another whole tray, so I just did 3 big ones. First batch is out of the oven. They are looking so cute. So I just need to let these cool and then switch them to the cooling rack. But while we wait for the rest of them to bake, we'll get going on our Oreo truffles. So for the Oreo truffles, normally you would use Oreos and cream cheese, but my grocery order hasn't arrived yet, so I don't have cream cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use Oreos and sweetened condensed milk. I read that this is still gonna be a good combo. I also don't have a food processor, which is what you would normally use to crush up the Oreos, but I'm just gonna do it by hand and see how it goes. I can already tell this is gonna be a quick lesson learned because the icing, actually, honestly, not too bad. I thought it was gonna stick to the bag way more than it did. Now I'm just gonna mix in some sweetened condensed milk. Honestly, I'm not measuring it all. I'm just doing it until it feels right. Should have stopped while I was ahead because this is quickly becoming super sticky. Let's take our chances and see how it goes. So I think my memory card stopped filling up for a second there. Anyway, so this is the Oreo mixture all portioned out. I put it in the fridge, and now I'm just gonna roll it into kind of prettier balls and dip it in the chocolate. So now they're all covered in chocolate. I'm just gonna pop them back in the fridge. And then I'm gonna melt just some white wafers and some peppermint ones. I don't know, just for something different. So this is what I'm taking to the judges. I'm taking them each 2 of the cookies and 1 of the truffles each. I'm gonna put the peppermint ones in a separate container because I don't want that mint flavor like bleeding into the other items. Okay, so I have what I'm taking to the bake-off after work. And then of course, I can't go back to the office without bringing treats for the staff as well. So this is going to the office, this is going to the bake-off. I'm not gonna edit this video until after, so I guess the next clip is gonna be whether or not I win anything. I am not counting on it, so that's fine. But, so I am back home. I obviously went back to work, and then after work I had to run to the airport to pick up my grocery order and dog food that came in. Then I went to the mail, grabbed some parcels that came in, and then I went to the bake-off and I won second place. So that was really fun. It's always such a fun little thing to participate in these contests and stuff, especially in such a small town, because it really doesn't matter who wins. We all just get excited for each other. But I won a gift card, which is always super convenient. But much more exciting, I won a bag of flour. So that was super fun. I'm super glad I participated. But now it's time to put away the groceries and make some supper. So before I wrap this video up and get it edited, I just wanted to show you some of the things I got in the mail today. So honestly, when I found these online, I was genuinely shocked. Growing up, my grandma originally had these wooden reindeer ornaments that she hung on the wall. And my first Christmas, I was only 2 months old, and every adult and person at the time will recount the story of them sitting me on the dining room table or the kitchen table, and I would look at those reindeer and just kill myself laughing, like just cackling as a 2-month-old. Obviously, when I got a little bit older, then my grandma gave those wooden reindeer to my mom, and they just became one of our standard ornaments. I don't know whatever came of those particular wooden reindeer, but this past year I have been on the hunt for these wooden reindeer. And eBay, like always, a couple of months ago, I came across an entire set of these reindeer. And of course, I couldn't find it on like Canadian eBay. I was only able to find it on the American version of eBay, and that person didn't ship to Canada, so I had to get it shipped to my brother who lives in the US, and then he mailed them to me, but we had a federal postal strike at one point, so that kind of delayed getting them here. Anyway, the point is I have them now, and I quickly want to show them to you. So these reindeer are from the 1976 Kurt Adler collection. They honestly are just like these random little cheapo wooden ornaments. I don't know how else to describe them. I just love them so much. So this is what they look like. We have, obviously, that's Dasher, Comet, Donder, which has always sparked a bit of a conversation about the fact that it does say Donder on here instead of Donner. Cupid, Dancer, Blitzen, Prancer, and last but not least, of course, we have Vixen. You will notice there is no Rudolph. I believe that there is a version of this set that has a Rudolph, but I have never seen one. Some of them even have the original like manufacturing sticker still on them. But yeah, I am so excited that I have a set. My brother was also able to find a set. So now we are, the two of us are on the hunt for 2 more sets for our sisters. The other thing I wanted to show you was that Ada's stocking has come in. So I do need to add her name to this. So I'm going to do that with my Cricut, and then this video is going to be wrapped up. My heat press pad doesn't quite fit in here, so I'm hoping it's still okay, but let's see. So Ada's stocking is all finished. Her name is on there, and it's just a little fish. It's so cute. So I'm gonna go hang this up, edit this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye!